Hello and welcome. I'm UK Gamer 808 and welcome to my channel. Today we are looking at how to make money on Farming Simulator 19, specifically at Sussex Farms for FS19. Now on Sussex Farms there is a huge amount of different ways, well not huge, but there's quite a few different ways to make money. Now in this playlist I'm doing currently, I'm just getting set up so I can start playing the game. Now to play the game you need to have some money, so I've already sold a load of fuel, sold 4 loads of fuel, and then we've also sold 2 loads of purified air. I've got 100 grand in the bank, and if we go to our finances, where are they gone? There we go. And we have received a harvest income of 433,000. I've got a truck and a trailer which is paid for, and today I'm showing you, I should have showed you this one first because this is the most essential one for making money. You should do this one as soon as you start, because with Farming Simulator we all get into the game and we start sorting the crops out and doing this and doing that, and we're not generating money. And any business, you need to generate money from the start, and we've got a free way to do it. Well, it's not totally free, it does cost you manure and water. So I've got some water, and we're up at the main farm, and you see over there we've got a greenhouse. Now these greenhouses, you don't need to own the land, you can still use them, and they're easy to use. Now we had these in FS17 and we've even got them in 19. We have got some of these placeable greenhouses, but these are built into the game, so it's not going to take you any slots whatsoever. Now your manure goes in there for people who don't know, and then the water point is there. Now it will take a bit of manure, but you won't see any crops till you put any water in. So let's put the help window on, and then I can show you how much crops of everything are in there. Now this will hold 6,000 litres of manure. I'm not sure on the water, we're going to find that out right now. So basically let me just show you, I haven't got any other ways of making money as well at the moment. So we've got harvest income there, we've got nothing coming in whatsoever today, whatsoever. Now what we're going to do is there's 5 of these what you can do, so you do all 5, we're going to make some serious money. And the money is coming in every hour. So I've got quite a few leased vehicles at the moment, and they're costing me money, so we need to generate money. So let's drop the water off. Now as soon as this water goes in, you'll see the plants appear. There they are, and it looks like we have tomatoes in this one. So we go over and you see the water is filling up. And it takes 6,000 litres as well. So you need 6,000 litres of water, and you need 6,000 litres of manure. And that's all you got to do. Now I'm not sure how, most of the time it used to be quite a few days where you didn't have to worry about these. I'll put a little bit more manure in. I didn't have any other trailers down here, which is why I've got the John Deere, but the only trouble is this only holds 460 litres. So with that you just drive up, tip it into the back, and the great thing is you can tip. Some of these we used to have to do it with a front loader, which used to be a bit of a pain in the arse. Right, so what we do, fast forward at time 1 hour, and I can show you what this one is generating. Right, so that's fast forwarded an hour. If we go into the finances, and you see there, property income £2,000. So for that one alone we're getting £2,000. This is why I'm saying it is essential to do this. So let's go and do all the other ones, and I'll show you how as soon as you've done them all. Now it's not going to take long to put a bit of manure down. Now you don't have, because you don't own the land, you can't leave any manure on the side. You're going to have to own it, or you can leave it in a trailer, that'll be fine, but you can't just dump it on the ground and then load it in later on. So let's go down to the next ones. So that one is generating £2,000 an hour. Now I haven't checked to see how much each one does. That's why I thought as we're doing this video, we'll do it all at the same time. Save a bit of time. So the next greenhouse, well it's not a greenhouse, it's actually the garden, and that is down at Plimpton. So we'll go down to, oh, the amount of times I get near misses there. Should have stopped really, but never mind. Anyway, as we go down, we'll go on down to Plimpton, and I will show you the crack down there. So here we are at Plimpton Farm. Now it's the same setup over here. We have our manure there, 6,000 litres, and the water is going to be exactly the same. And then there's also 2 water over here and manure over there as well. Now I've filled the manure up. This one's just ready to go with the water. And hopefully it should be right on the trigger. There it is. Drop that in, watch those plants come up. Now we've actually got the, as soon as you put the water on, you've got the animation working on the watering, which is pretty cool. Now I don't think this moves. I haven't seen it move anyway, but that's all our tomatoes. So that's the one done. Let's go over to the other side. Right, so for some reason I couldn't get it to use that tanker. I don't know why. It just couldn't find the trigger. So we just use this little one and fill that up. Now that isn't fully filled, that one, because we got 1299. But it should be alright for a couple of hours anyway. So let's go in fast forward time now. Let's go back down. You can see that the property income is on 2,000. So let's now fast forward time to 1 o'clock, and we will see the property income increase with these two. So there it is. It's now 1 o'clock, and if we go on to the prices, finances, scroll down, and now property income, 8 grand. So those two, they're £3,000 for every hour. That one's 3 grand, that one's 3 grand. Now you've got to make sure you put the manure in, otherwise you're going to get half the money. If you only put water, you're going to get half. That's how it used to be, and I'm pretty sure it'd be exactly the same. So we're already generating 8 grand an hour, and we've got more to show you. So let's go on down to the next load of greenhouses. And when I first saw these, I thought, well, you're going to have to buy the land, aren't you? You're going to need to buy the land. But you don't. You don't need to own the land, which is pretty cool. The only downside is you can't put any placeables near it. And we've got water just down here as well, because I have had problems with water. Now, we've got a couple of lakes. You can't get the water out of the lakes. The water is solid, and it doesn't recognise that it's water, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but there you go. So I've managed to get water out of the sea, and I did actually put a couple of standpipes and a fire hydrant in the farm, and they didn't work. Now I think it's got to do with something to do with the trigger, because at the moment we've got a trigger on a trigger where we've got to go up and push the button to get the water out. So I think that's got something to do with it down at the farm. Anyway, enough waffling on. Now these are lemons. We've got a shed, a greenhouse there, and one over there. So this one I think is going to generate quite a bit. Now it has taken quite a bit of manure. We've got, it was, well, 12,000 basically I put in there. We haven't got any water in there yet, but that's interesting. The manure has gone down because I filled that right up, and we're not growing anything. So you will waste manure if you don't put water in. So here's the water trigger here, kindly marked up water, and we'll turn it around so we can hopefully see all of them, and they should, as soon as you drop the water off, there they go. Now this one will probably hold 12,000 litres of water as well. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be 12,000. Yeah, 12,000 litres of water. So same thing again, let's fast forward time. Right, so there it is, another hour later, and we're generating 8 grand before. So we go on to the finances now, and look at that, 16 grand. So these ones alone generate 8 grand an hour. So now we've got an income of £16,000 an hour. Wow. But we haven't finished yet. We have not finished yet. We need to go down how much we got in there? 20,000 litres. And we need to go down to the next one. There's a couple more different ones, and this is what I'm saying, this is essential. You do this and you're making money straight away. You don't have to go and sell any fuel or anything. You just got money coming in. So especially if you're leasing vehicles, it just covers the cost of the lease. So the next one we're going to go and look at, I'm not going to tell you where it is, I'm just going to show you. I'll see you there in a moment. And here we are, it's round the back of Plimpton Farm, and we go out down the back here and we've got some more sheds. Greenhouses, not sheds. And there we are. Now these ones are mushrooms, fresh mushrooms. So same thing again. Now this one's been full up. Yep, see, it's using manure and there's nothing in there. So we'll top that up. Get that one out of the way, and then we can bring the truck in. I was just amazed that this worked. This is really, really good. This is really, really good. One of the best ways of making money, and it's only going to take you half hour, especially if you've got a few trucks, your big trailers. What, you've got a load of manure down there, you just leave the manure down there and get on with it. Right, hopefully we won't have a problem with this trailer here. I think it just wants me to drive it in. Oh, there we go, there's the trigger, and we see the mushrooms going in. We can get inside, there we go, and there's mushrooms. So they're going to take in another 6,000, it might even be more, probably be 6,000 because that's 6,000, so yeah, 6,000 of each on that one. And I'll tell you what, we don't need that tanker, because on the next drop off we have got a tanker down there. So that we're on 2 o'clock. Let's fast forward time and see what this one's generating. So previously we 16,000, wasn't it? Yep, 16,000 we're on now. So there it is, another hour. Let's go to the prices. Wow, £26,000 so far. So that one is an extra 10 grand. That one alone will generate you 10 grand an hour. That is amazing. So now we've got a pretty nice income coming in, more than enough to cover all our costs anyway, and that's the main thing, because otherwise if you don't have money coming in, you just bleeding money all the time, and you just never get to save up any money, because you're waiting for your crops, you get your crops, you sell them, and then you go and buy a tractor, and then you got no money again, and you're like, it's like Groundhog Day. So this is the best way. You need some placeables, and I just can't believe these are built into the game. So there's 5 of them all built into the game, which would have cost you probably good 25 slots or so, so you're saving that alone, and you can just make easy money, easy as. Right, so we're going down to the next one. Now the next one is down at the fruit and veg, where they're selling fruit and veg, just down the road here. I'll see you there. Oh, it's only there anyway. I thought it was a bit further than that, but it's here. It's just on the left hand side here. Now this one has got 2, so we might be getting good money off this one. Well, we're going to get good money off all of them. Now I've already done the manure on this one, and you see it has dropped down. So it does drop down continuously whether there's any plants in there or not. So this is the last one to do. And I'm not sure what this one is. Hit that trigger right, and it's tomatoes. We got more tomatoes. By the looks of things, we have, yes. And the doors do open, we can go inside. I didn't realise that. And tomatoes on that one as well, yep. Right, so we now have all 5 going. Let's fast forward time. So that one's done. and in an hour it does use up a fair bit, mind. You know, that's 25% of it gone. So you're gonna have to keep an eye on that. But when it's making that sort of money, you're not gonna care, are you? So let's go into the prices. So with 5 of them going, it's currently, we've made £37,000. Can you believe that? That's unbelievable. So when you're starting off at Sussex Farms, get out there, fill these greenhouses up and start generating some money. It's only going to cost you a little bit of money on manure. You can buy manure from in-game up at the animal dealer, and we can get purified water. You can get water out of the sea. That's the only place I've managed to get water from, is out of the sea. All the other ponds and that, it's not having it whatsoever. Righto, well, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of how to make money on Farming Simulator 19 for Sussex Farms. Now, make sure you go and do this, because this is essential, and get it out there and share it to everyone else you know who plays, because it makes so much difference having an income coming in, so you can get on and do your farming, and you're not always robbing Peter to pay Paul all the time, where you just haven't got enough money. And this way you have 37 grand in a couple of hours. Unbelievable. Righto, well, we'll leave it there for today. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Now, don't forget to go and check out my other videos for how to make money on Farming Simulator for Sussex Farms. And I also do mods and testing, new mods. I do loads of stuff. I've got coming up for 600 videos now. If you're new to the channel, go and check that out. Now, always appreciate you smash that like button for me. And if you are new, then maybe think about subscribing. Trying to hit those 1,000 subscribers before Christmas, and with your help I might be able to do it. Thanks for watching. Till the next time, goodbye.